The United Nations Population Fund has celebrated its 50th anniversary with the Conference on Sustainable Population Growth with stakeholders in Lagos. The conference, according to the fund, is meant to discuss the way forward for a sustainable population growth in Nigeria. Correspondent Susan Owodo has details in this report.
The United Nations Population Fund is celebrating 50 years of achieving an improved and impressive well-being of people of all races around the world. To mark this celebration in Lagos, the United Nations Population Fund held this summit with the private sector to share knowledge and discuss the role of the private sector in achieving sustainable population growth, as well as strategic ways and manners to harness demographic dividend through investment in youth. Speaking on the demographic dividend, the head of sustainability said there is a need for the private sector to support and equip the youth with necessary knowledge and skills. She added that it will create a way to harness demographic dividends, thereby promoting a better future for Nigeria.
When we discuss issues around demographic dividends, it's really for me about harnessing the opportunities, right, of the population. So we already have a situation on ground. There is massive population growth. We already have a lot of people, right? And a vast majority of Nigerians are youths, okay? So how do we harness the opportunity? And what is the role of the private sector in harnessing the opportunity? So first of all, because they're youths, right, there is an opportunity to take them from being unengaged or not engaged enough to become fully engaged and become actually the tool, right, for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
Representative of the United Nations Population Fund said the private sector has a crucial role in contributing to the growth of the society. They added that more needs to be done in order for Nigeria to harness demographic dividends.
A lot more needs to be done. The population structure needs to change. There need to be more investment in health, in education, entrepreneurship and job creation, and good governance for Nigeria to finally harness demographic dividend in the coming years.
As you may know, most of the programs that the UN supports are funded externally. So it's important that in Africa we start to look inwardly to fund. There is no country in the world where external funds will develop a country. So having a private sector to partner with Unfpa or any other agency, I think is the right strategy and something we need to do. It's a win-win situation for the private sector to have a healthy and enlightened population, and that's what we do as Unfpa.
Other major speakers at the event had this to say.
Our population is ever on the rise. A huge chunk of that is young population. And if we don't invest fully in that young population, we can't make any progress. Like somebody said, our future, that's our future, the young population. So we have everywhere. We need to invest totally in those young population in terms of health, education, like we said, reproductive health rights. Conversations like this will bring all this into the fore. And people, especially people in government, must understand that government cannot do everything. And so where the private sector has the expertise and resources, it only makes sense for public people to partner with them so they can achieve the same aim.
Development should be multi-sectoral and intergenerational. What that means is that private sector, public organization, and civil society should be on the table discussing opportunities to accelerate impact of development work. And I also strongly believe that mobilizing the resources and competence of private sector can help to improve the health and productivity of women, girls, and young people in our society, especially their technology competence, human resource, and financial resources.
The events further highlighted strategic opportunities for private sector to partner with the United Nations Population Fund to deliver high-impact health and productivity programs for women, girls, and young people in Nigeria.
Unfpa.